loud. Wow, I think we're good. All right, cool. Good morning. We're gonna do some stretching and some breathing and some awakening before the day starts, before the week starts. So before we do too much, let's sit up nice and tall, have our shoulders down and back and our hands on our knees, and close our eyes. Take some deep inhales, audible exhales, and think about why you decided to wake up here, come here, and do some stretching. Set an intention for what you're going to feel in the next half hour. We'll come back to that later on. Let's open our eyes. And we're going to start just by giving ourselves a little bit of a rounding in our torso. I'll turn to the side. So we're going to think about tucking in and rounding, and then coming back up to a straight position. Take an exhale. Inhale as you come up. Exhale down. Inhale. One more, exhale. Inhale on the way up. Let's take our hands out to the side, sit up nice and tall. Lift one arm above your head. Take a nice inhale. Exhale as you gently walk your hands out and bend to the side. Roll, take that top shoulder in your arm and send yourself to the back. Open up that chest a little bit. As you inhale. Exhale as you come back to the center, and come on up with an inhale. Let's do the other side. Take a nice inhale as you raise that arm up. Exhale as you walk that hand out to the side. Feel the stretch and release. Take an inhale as you open up. And take an exhale. Gently inhale as you walk those hands back on up. Let us bring our hands to our thighs, not our thighs, our lower legs, opposite of our thighs. And we're going to take one hand just gently behind us. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, twist from your spine and look over that shoulder. Feel that twisting, waking you up. Still sitting up nice and tall and thinking long. Send it back to the center. Let's take the other hand down. Take a nice inhale and then twist as you think long, and exhale to the back wall. Inhale, come on back. Let's do that one more time. This time, if you'd like to deepen the stretch a little bit, you can take your hand more towards your foot and take your hand back. Inhale, and then exhale as you twist. Maybe a little further this time. Still thinking nice and tall. Exhale. Take an inhale as you come back center. Let's switch those hands. Other hand back. Excuse me. Take a nice inhale. Exhale as you twist Feel that stretch. Maybe a little further than last time. And inhale as you come back center. Awesome. We're gonna come to tabletop and do a little bit there, and then we're gonna go into downward dog and some other stretches and some yoga poses as well. I feel like I look like a zebra today. I think because like the camera kind of messes up with the stripes. It looks very zebra. I feel like it's kind of fun. I feel like I'm like a zebra. So.
Sorry, I can actually turn on my camera now. Normally I turn it off because I have 2 kids. They're 2 and 8 months, and they literally run and scream around the house.
Yeah.
And
my only thing is, since it's recording, if it happens to, they happen to come, like, they could be in the video. So I don't know if that.
They should be okay. I don't think they'll be back for a while.
Okay. Well, nice to, I guess, like see you face to face. I don't know if we've ever like met face to face over this wonderful thing called Zoom.
Yeah.
Hopefully when this is all over, we can see you at the gym for reals.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Come into your all fours position. And let's just, we already rounded, but let's take a second and arch our back. So thinking about our tailbone and our head coming up. Feeling that lovely stretch across your abdominals. Switch to a rounding. One more cat. I feel this intensely. You might feel that interestingly intensely. I don't know quite why. I didn't do sit-ups or anything. But this is very intense. Round. Let's take, oops, I gotta move forward. I'm hitting my couch. Let's take our one foot back straight, the other arm out straight to the front. And feel yourself lengthen. Just imagine energy zooming out of your fingertips and your toes. As you hold this here, feel nice and strong with a neutral spine. Gently lower back down. Let's do the other side. Leg out, opposite arm to the front. Feel an engagement, feel that energy. Gently lower those back. And let's take ourselves gently back to a downward facing dog. So you can rise up on your toes, send those hips up in the air. Feet and hands about hip width apart. Spread all of the weight through your whole palm of your hand. And press downward into the heels, though they may not touch the ground. Head in line with the arms, and thinking about your chest, trying to touch your legs, even though that's sort of more of an intention and aspirational place to be. Gently walk out the feet here. Let's take one leg off. Gently lift it up, keeping those hips square. Bring it forward towards your nose and bring it into a low lunge. Let's gently lower our back knee. Send the foot up and see if you can twist on back to grab the toes and stretch out your quad a little bit. Bring them down. Lift that knee back up. See if you can rise And bring those arms up into a bit of a arch in the back. Make sure you're still breathing. Take an exhale, bring those arms down. And we're gonna send the foot back and then lift one more time into our down dog. Take a second here to pedal out those heels one more time if you need. Or if there's anything else that your body feels like it necessitates at this moment. Take a nice big inhale. Lift the left leg this time. Start to bring it front towards your nose and drop it into a lunge on the other side. First, let's just settle into this stretch. Drop the back knee and the toes and gently reach behind and see if you can grab those toes to stretch the quad. If that's not possible, you can just hold it here, or if you have like a scarf or any sort of towel, you could also, or a yoga strap, you could use that as well to help. Take that foot and gently lower it down. Drop the toes down and lift up that knee. Take a nice inhale and bring yourself to a low lunge. A slight arch in your back. Look up to the sky. Bring those arms back down. We're going to send our foot back, but this time we're going to begin plank. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale and gently lower yourself down to the ground through Chaturanga. And lift yourself gently into a little bit of a baby cobra. So you can put your forearms on the mat. You don't have to go very high, but just elevate a little bit. And send yourself down. Let's take our hands out with the palms up, and we're going to do locust pose. So we're going to lift using our strength, our torso and our arms. Hold. Sending energy behind us with our hands. Gently lower. Take a nice big inhale. Place your hands beneath your shoulders. Push yourself up and back to a child's pose. And feel that round in your back and your hands extending long in front of you. Gently take your hands, clasp them behind your back. Move forward because I can ride with you. Press those shoulders down and back, and then just lift those hands to give yourself a stretch across your chest and your shoulders. Gently unclasp those hands, send them back front, and take one of your hands, palm up, slide it through your chest or thread the needle, Feel a stretch in your shoulder. Gently take it back out into the front. Let's take the other hand by your shoulders, palm up, thread that through, stretch the other shoulder. Send it back out. Let's lift up to all fours. We're gonna tuck the toes, come into a downward dog, and then we're gonna gently walk our feet in towards our hands into a standing forward bend. You don't have to lock your knees, you can keep them soft. Stay there for a second. I'm just gonna figure out my intermediate camera fix. I wish I had one low and one high, but alas, I'm not that high tech. So hopefully this will kind of do both. Okay, cool. So hopefully you're still there, hanging. We're gonna gently come up just halfway with a flat back, hands on those shins. Lower back down. Hands to the shins. Move them back down. And now we're gonna come up with a flat back. If you need more support, you can use your thighs to help you push up. But if you don't, then you can just use your core to send you up to the sky. Weight evenly distributed on the legs, and send yourself up. Have your hands, palms facing each other, shoulders down. Take an inhale. Bring the arms down as if you're sort of pressing them back in like a cactus, and feel your chest stretch. Still looking up to the sky. Send them back up. Stretch one arm, then the other arm. One more time where you bring them down in that cactus. Shoulders back, palms facing the front. Bring them up. Lower them down. We're going to take a moment and do a little bit of balance work. Always good for us. So take your legs in so that they are a little closer together. And we're going to come into a tree pose. So we're going to take one leg and gently send it up to our inner thigh. If that feels really high, you can always take it lower and be closer to the ground so that you have more of an ability to put your foot down if you lose your footing. And then you can take your arms up, the slight bend in your back. If you feel like you need to have yourself centered more for balance, you can also take your hands to prayer pose. Just breathe. Make sure that you are keeping your hips level, that you're not sinking into your supporting leg. If you lose your balance, just take that foot down and come right back. Let's gently bring that foot down. Send the arms out, flat back, down to a forward bend. You can let your knees soften, hang here for a moment. And bring yourself back up to the top so that you can grab the other leg and go into tree pose on the other side. Again, shoulders down away from your ears. Hips even so that you are not sinking into one or rising out, but that they are fairly square. Keep that core nice and tight. That's your balance aid. Feel that energy from your fingertips all the way down to your standing foot. And gently send it down with control. Take the arms out and down. Checking on how we are time-wise, okay? Let's send ourselves back down to the ground. So let's bring the arms up. Gently fold forward. Step yourself back into downward facing dog. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the camera. Okay. This time, let's lift one leg, and let's give ourselves a moment to open the hip. So lift it up high, and then feel free to bend and let those hips open and not necessarily be square, and feel that stretch as your hip opens. If this feels like too much, you don't have to go here. You can just stick with downward dog and your hips square. Take it back down. Let's try the other side. Take the leg up. Gently open that hip up. Take it on down. Let's drop the knees and come to a kneeling position. We're going to take our hands on our lower back for support, and then we're going to do a slight arch for camel pose. If you are very bendy and you're able to grab down and extend the pose, you can. I personally am not so bendy, so I won't, but you would keep doing this with bending your upper back and keeping your legs in line. That's just not within my personal range of motion, but if you are able to and would like to extend that, feel free. Feel the stretch across your chest. Gently come back up. Lower down so that your glutes are resting on your heels. We're going to gently come into a supine position on our backs. So if you'd like, you can gently roll down. Take a moment and get a little bit of ab engagement while we come down here. And we are going to take our feet hip distance apart, weight distributed evenly, and we're going to come up into our bridge pose. So take a nice exhale, take an inhale first, and then exhale as you lift those hips up nice and high to the sky by pushing through your heels. Hands down on the mat. Squeeze through those glutes. And hold here as you breathe. Gently lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. from your back all the way down to your glutes. And rest. Let's do one more. Take a nice inhale, then take an exhale. Lift those hips up. Hold yourself in this pose. Gently lower one vertebrae at a time. Excellent. Take the arms out to a T position. Stretch those legs nice and long. Take one leg up towards a tabletop. Gently let it flow over to the side and look away from that leg and feel a stretch across your back. If this feels too intense, you can take both legs to tabletop and twist, and it just feels a little bit more gentle. So either iteration, pick which one feels good for you. Come back up to the center, send that leg down. Again, take your other leg to tabletop or both if you prefer that version. Send it over to the, whoops, that's my counter. Send it over to the middle. Look away from that leg and feel the nice, generous twist across your back. Bring it back center. Take it on down. Gently bring your legs into a butterfly position while you're on your back. You can either just let the legs fall with gravity. If you'd like to softly put your hands on your inner thighs and push them down a little bit, that's also perfectly fine. And just breathe there. And we'll finish up with one hip opener before we come into Shavasana. So gently lift those legs, grab onto those toes or the soles of your feet for happy baby. Feel those hips opening up. You can gently rock. Feel your body. And gently bring those feet down. Find your way into Shavasana. If you find it most comfortable to be here, great. If you feel like you like to have your hands on your belly or you hear your breathing, that's also fine. Find a place that works for you. Take a second and close your eyes. Revisit that intention that you thought about when we started. Thank yourself for coming to the mat and waking up here. And now feel the stillness in your body after some of the stretches. Breathing deep. And exhale, just feel the stillness. All you should be able to hear is your own breathing. If any thoughts come into your mind, it's okay. Acknowledge that they're there and just let them fade away. Out of your stillness, let's introduce just a little bit of movement. So wiggle those fingers and toes. Feel some engagement as you come back to life from that moment of stillness. When you're ready, gently roll over onto one side and curl in. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, gently use your top arm and hand to push yourself to being seated. Let's take one big inhale. Arms up. Bring your hands down to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. It's good to have you here today. I will see you all, I guess, next time, which is tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm stopping the recording.